So this is the biggest moment that we've had in the entire year of crypto, Bitcoin, stock markets because potential rate cuts, FOMC starting right now. And so I want to go ahead and tell you what I think is going to happen, as well as some data that backs up some mega bullishness, regardless if the market pulls back. So let's go ahead, take a look at that. Nothing is financial advice, by the way. But as always, Bitcoin is looking good right now because the market is hungry. People think that the rate cuts is going to send things into a skyrocket. But basically, all I have to tell you is this, is that we have been stuck in this range for weeks. We pulled back 10, 12%, hit 107. Again, the range to break, to be bullish, for Bitcoin to go to new highs is 118K. We are right there. We are right underneath that 118K to 117K. I want to see this break here on the 4-hour to daily chart. And so what we saw previously, if I can go ahead and zoom in on the previous range, this is kind of what's happening right now. Very similar. Bitcoin, of course, hit 113, hit it again. The fourth time it broke above, retested, and then it skyrocketed up here. And then we're seeing the same thing, hit about the 116, 117 range, hit again. We're knocking at it again. And so is this going to be the time that we see Bitcoin break above? And tomorrow, or whenever you're watching this, during FOMC after that, that's going to be the moment when you know whether or not Bitcoin is going to break. And so a big moment that is happening. We know that the Fed is going to cut rates, a 96% chance of 25 basis point cut, around a 4% chance of a 50 basis point cut, which, who knows if it does do that. That will initially scare the markets and then send it into a frenzy as rates would be lower, therefore more borrowing, therefore more people buying risk assets. But we know it's coming. And why do we know it's coming? There's just a lot of indicators, right? CPI, inflation is down. The job market is also down. I like to look at other charts as well. How about credit card delinquency rates? I mean, people can't afford stuff. They can't afford their bills. And of course, whenever there's interest involved in any of these and loans, they want to bring those down as well. The U.S. average 30-year fixed mortgage is still really high. It's at 6%. And so all these are trending up over the past few years. And I think it's time that we're going to see that the Federal Reserve and central banks say, hey, it's time to cut rates. It's time to bring things back a little bit. Let's try to make things more affordable for people. Therefore, I believe that's what we're going to see. Now, a couple of big things. What's going to happen after rates are cut? Some people say it's a sell the news event. Some people say it doesn't matter. Things are going to shoot higher. And so if you want to look at a couple of different things, one is that the number of stocks hitting weekly highs is at the highest levels that they've been since 2021. 18 consecutive weeks. We've seen the longest streak in the past 4 years, okay? And so even now, the stock market is at all-time highs. If we go check it out, it continues to trend up here on the daily and 4-hour chart. It continues to overall hit new highs week after week. And so really what that has to say is the bullish momentum is incredibly strong right now. And so that's one thing. The other thing is, if we go ahead and take a look, is that you have to understand that people are risk on as far as their appetite, okay? So U.S. household allocation to stocks rose 2% in Q2 of 2025, reaching a record 45%. This is the 6th quarterly increase over the past 7 quarters. And since the 2020 low, this percentage has risen by 15 points. Basically, Americans, at least here in America, and we know that it's all over the world because you guys watching are in Europe or in Asia, North America, but at least for Americans, they now hold a record 51 trillion in corporate equities and mutual fund shares. Households are all in on equities, meaning that risk appetite is big right now, meaning that even though it is a potential sell the news event, if there's a big rate cut, things could pull back, and expect a lot of reaction to come from buyers as prices pull back, as the quote last big dip before the top. Okay, so understand that that is what could happen. Right now, you may be asking too, what about altcoins? Is it altcoin season yet? So let's go ahead and look at a couple different things. One thing, Ethereum is looking kind of weak right now, trending down. We're seeing it hold around 4,400. That's a good thing. As long as it holds 4,400, not really worried about it. Ethereum, again, want to see it break and hold above 46 to 4,700. But I'm just showing you these two things. Solana as well rejected off this giant trend that I've been posting here for weeks. Okay, saying that I even said that. So this is a local top here around 250. It wicked up there. It came back down to 230, and now just kind of going sideways. Would like to see Solana break and hold above 243, 244 on the daily. But why am I showing you these two things? It's basically because Bitcoin's strong over the past couple of days. Okay, so it's currently bounced right now. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart, meaning that how strong is it compared to other altcoins? Because we want to know when there's an altcoin season. Well, I have to tell you this right now, Bitcoin dominance has to continue to break down. It's currently bouncing. It's currently going sideways. They're showing some strength right now with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down around 10% from its high, Bitcoin dominance high. And if you want to see an altcoin season, it's likely you're going to see a pretty dramatic drop, about 10% here. You're going to see something probably similar to 2021 where it drops further down here. Okay, so you definitely want to see a drop further down when it comes to Bitcoin dominance if you want an altcoin rally. Another thing that you want to see is the total market cap. You want to see, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, you want to see this move back up. Okay, so we basically broke out here recently, and so go ahead and mark this level, right? And so this was the local high, broke above, came back down, retested that local high for the total market cap chart for others outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and now we're bouncing. But I want to see that level continue to go higher, and I want to see a break and a hold above this $1.15 trillion mark. If you want to see an altcoin season, these are the things that have to happen. This chart has to bounce, has to look stronger. It has to gain on Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance has to go out. But let me tell you this, be patient, because Bitcoin dominance will likely go up initially tomorrow after FOMC. That is regardless if markets pull back or if things push up, Bitcoin will be the leader. So understand, maybe ride a little bit in Bitcoin if you're trading right now. And then once we see new highs with Bitcoin, I do suspect that altcoins are going to catch up to Bitcoin and rally from there. I've been doing this for a long time, many years, and I'm going to tell you right now, that's what I'm looking for when it comes to the crypto market. So FOMC going down on Wednesday. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the outcome. I may even live stream during it. So if you're watching this video, regardless, make sure to put on the notification, subscribe, because you're not going to want to miss that. This is one of the biggest moments in the market history, and you're a part of it right now, guys. So with that said, I'm going to, of course, update you guys a little bit more here in the coming day when FOMC happens. We're going to talk about what's going on and what I'm bullish on, what I'm watching. And so if you want to, again, know about that, make sure to turn on notifications. Other than that, I'll see you on the next video, okay? So you guys have a great rest of your day. Trade safe, and I will see you on the next one.